I don't really have a joke I can open up with on this one, folks. I'm sorry. It's just.
Yeah. I mean, humor's always great, but I don't really know if this situation at this point really deserves to be laughed at. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So at this moment of time, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
yeah.
okay, so for those who are not up to speed, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Channel Awesome and its members.
Yeah, a lot of former producers have came out. I'll list off who. Obscura Slipper, Mars Girl, Holly Brown, who was an administrator, Linkara, Suede, Jaisu Itaku, Benzai, Chaos D1, Nerds of the Third Power, Renegade Cut, Epic, Hope of in Chaos, Epic Fail, Beth Elderkin, Wiki, Full Fantastic, Americana, Tom White, Lindsay Ellis, the Nostalgia Chick, two anonymous sources, they're anonymous for a reason, and we'll get to that, and a couple of fan a couple of fan sightings of nasty instances. So yeah, we got a couple of really big people like Obscura Sleeper, Mars Girl, and Kara, like the Nostalgia Chick. This is yeah.
Yeah. Most of the controversy is is namely pointed towards Doug and Rob Walker, and also the CEO of Channel Awesome, that being Mike Machad.
Yeah, most of the problems seem to deal with mostly Mike and Rob, but Doug does have a part to play in this, which I don't really like saying. I don't really like saying any of this, perfectly honest, because like we'll just get this out here. I've been a fan of Channel Awesome since 2011. I've been a fan for a really damn. Actually, no, well, I got into the Nostalgia Critic like very late 2010 because I got into the Angry Video Game Nerd a few months before that, and I was searching for a lot of Angry Video Game Nerd stuff, and I came across the Nostalgia Critic, the feud between the nerd and the critic, and that's how I got into to Nostalgia Critic. I caught some of his reviews, found them really funny, and that led me to discovering Linkara, Phalis, the Nostalgia Chick, Todd a couple of years down the line. I didn't get into Todd till like 2013, I think, sadly, but Todd's my favorite out of all of them.
Yep.
But yeah, basically, I do have an emotional attachment towards Channel Awesome because they entertain me. They thoroughly entertained me for years, and they really influenced my sort of style of humor and the way I think about media. So yeah, like they're the reasons why I'm a critic, and a critic to an extent. They're the reason why I can see flaws within products, and they help develop my sense of humor. So I have a lot to owe towards not just Doug himself, but to like especially Linkara, Phalis to an extent, and Nostalgia Chick, and yeah, I owe a lot to who I am today thanks to Channel Awesome. So seeing this go down is really depressing.
Yeah, and I think anyone who's watched my videos could take a wild guess where I get my inspiration for humor from. That being the Nostalgia Critic, obviously. Um, but recently, my love for the critic has just has just been slowly dying down in the past year or so.
Yeah, I don't hate all of Doug's new stuff. He will occasionally get a chuckle at me, and I will sometimes agree with his viewpoints. But for the most part, he doesn't really make me laugh anymore.
Yeah,
His earlier stuff made me laugh more, and also like there's a lot of critiques and complaints about the critic's current style with skits and the actors, and basically incorporating stuff from demo reel into NC. Personally, I liked some of the skits. Some of them do make me laugh, not all of them.
yeah,
But yeah, it's a whole ordeal. But yeah, so basically, what we're trying to say is that we have an attachment towards this website and these producers, and seeing that they basically got fucked over is it's not fun to learn.
Yeah.
And I feel immense sympathy and empathy for these people, and I hope I hope
They can
I hope they
recover
get
from this at the very least.
they can recover. They can get justice. Whatever they view as justice. Obscura's Lupus form of justice, I think, is a bit too hardcore. Like, she comes off like she wants the channel to die,
Yeah.
which I don't really think is a. I don't necessarily agree with. Like, I get why. Like, you're so angry at something you want to see it blow up, but I don't see how destroying it's gonna fix anything.
Yeah.
But what I want them to do is grow up.
Yeah.
I want the management to grow up. I want Doug and Rob to grow up, and I want Mike Michaud to be fired.
Yeah, it's
Just fired. I just want him to be fired.
Yeah,
I don't think he should die. Just lose his job,
Yeah.
because this is horrible. Like, this is not what a CEO does. He's
No.
been a horrible CEO.
So I think the first thing we should address is the issues that with Mike Michaud, and what he's a pretty scummy person.
He's also sexist too,
Yeah,
which I don't like throwing that word around, especially in today's age where any sort of slight against a woman these days is considered sexist.
Yeah.
But no, this guy is sexist. He seems to have something out against people with. He seems to have a problem with people that lack Y chromosomes on the site, and it's. I don't get bigotry. I never have.
No.
I don't get the fucking I don't get. Okay, yeah, they have tits. What? Okay. What about tits makes them incapable of something? I don't know. But what about tits?
Yeah.
So you go on.
And there's also been a lot of he's also had a lot of sexual misconduct as well.
No, that's not Mike. That's Mark Ellis. He's the one that was soliciting young girls and harassed Hope Within Chaos.
Okay, never mind. I'm getting my stories mixed up here. I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah. Mike Michaud's a cunt, but he's not that much of a cunt.
Yeah.
So basically, the problem is with a lot of mismanagement. We have the document up here to basically perhaps cite to cite our sources. The Google Doc will be in the description down below, so you can go and check that out.
If I forget to link it when I upload this video, please remind me to do so in the comments. So.
Or I'll just do it. Get
Yeah.
that fucking link in the description, you scrub.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, it's all there. You can just read it. There's two versions of this doc. There's one that's like 60 pages long, I think.
69, I think 69 pages. I bloody wish the doc told me how many pages it had. No. Oh yeah, 69 pages. Well. They're the most fun number on the planet.
Yeah, 69 pages, and there's also a condensed version that's reduced down to.
That basically hits bullet points. So I recommend the full version because it basically cites absolutely everything, and I read the entire document, so I sort of have like the full view of how much this company just messed up. So
big time.
Yeah. So do you want to say stuff first, or do you want me to talk?
You go first.
Okie dokie then. Alright, so Mike, he's a shit CEO. He on Okay, so I'm going to go through. We're not employed by CEA. That number one, they're not actually employed by Channel Awesome. The Channel Awesome have never paid them. The only people that were paid by Channel Awesome were the crew in Chicago. So Rob, Doug, Mike, and I'm assuming Tamara and Malcolm and Rachel when they were there too. Tamara and Malcolm are still there.
Yeah.
But when Rachel was there, she must have got paid too. Okay. I need to make this clear. Do not go and harass or bully or anything to people that still associate with Channel Awesome, because they could have their own personal reasons for it. They could have had a better time at Channel Awesome. Basically, don't piss on people because they resume partnership with them, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. And hopefully after this things change.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so the biggest of the newest problems is Mike Machad, the site CEO. There were two other CEOs when they started, Mike Ellis and a name I can't pronounce, and that looks like Slavic or something, and I'm not even going to attempt to say that. Yeah. Both of them are who I'm no longer with the site. The name Greg occasionally appeared in a document, but this is Mike Machad's brother who handles the scheduling of the producer videos. Mike owns the IP of the NC character and is a majority shareholder in the company. So Machad owns the copyright to the Nostalgia Critic. Doug doesn't own the copyright to his own damn character. And this is probably one of the reasons why he's still around, because Doug can't just say, Mike, fuck off, because if he did that, he probably couldn't make Nostalgia Critic videos anymore.
No.
So that's a bad problem. Like, it's obvious that Doug did not want to deal with the business side of Channel Awesome, which is fine. He's on the businessman. He doesn't have to. But the fact of the matter is, this just causes a lot of fucking problems. And I don't know. Like even Machad's incredibly two-faced, or he's a good manipulator, or what, or Doug actually thinks he's a good guy. I certainly hope it's the former, and that he acts like a good guy, and Doug's not like complicit. Doug seems to be complicit to a few things. Like, he was complicit to Looper getting kicked from Channel Awesome.
Yeah,
that's one thing, which is great. Yeah, and like I said, Mike seems to have a problem with women for whatever reason. Frequently, if a guy's... he would label the women of the site troublemakers, which... What the fuck is he, 50?
What?
But that's besides the point. But yeah, troublemakers. He would frequently bully the women there. Most of the women felt very uncomfortable talking to him, and it was a repeating pattern that he would be more aggressive towards someone speaking up if they were a woman. At least 3 of us were kicked off the site for that very reason, when male producers who did the same thing were still on the site. That
just gives you an idea of that gives you an idea of what we're in for.
Yeah. I'm not going to read the document entirely, but I will source everything off. So frequently I think I already said that. More details on Sean and Holly's sections, but CA was aware of sexual harassment from Mike Elise from at least 2 years and did nothing. When he was finally let go, it was for other legal reasons. So this cunt was aware that this guy was soliciting younger girls and harassing whoever wanted to stick his cock in, and they just like the worst. Like from what I can gather, the worst Michelle dot is that don't do that, which it's sexual harassment. Kick him out.
Yeah,
there's no real excuse. There's no excuse for it.
Get rid of him.
And they have, luckily, but again, it wasn't. They didn't get rid of him. They didn't get rid of him because of sexual harassment. They got rid of him for other legal reasons. Probably because they didn't want to be caught being liable to a sexual predator. So, good job there, guys. Yeah. Good job.
Smart.
They were also aware of the prominent producer that was They're also aware of a prominent producer who was... Okay, Mike at least was not grooming female fans, but a prominent producer was grooming female fans, but they're not saying his name. So, I don't know who was soliciting younger girls for whatever reason. I don't know. Unfortunately, when it comes to Channel Awesome, I was only aware of Doug, Lewis, Allison, Lindsay, Brad, who else was I aware of? I'm trying to think of Phelan, Film Brain. I don't know his actual name. I think it's Matthew. And Todd. That's one. And I guess 8-Bit Mickey, but I have no idea what 8-Bit Mickey did. I subscribed to his YouTube channel, but I have no idea what 8-Bit Mickey actually does. Does anyone know what 8-Bit Mickey did? Because I don't know. I have nothing against I have nothing against 8-Bit Mickey, but what the fuck did he do? So, and that's all I can really think of when it comes to but they said a prominent producer, so it was someone that probably made quite a bit of dough for him. So I don't know who was this solicitor, but I hope whoever he is, he's behind bars. Yeah, so grooming female fans and coercing them into sex and failed to take action for years. Great. All communication was done via a Skype group, which, okay, number one, I don't hate Skype. It depends on the day when I hate Skype or not, but but they really should have had, but communication should have been better. Like, it should have been more than just Skype. It should have been emails, letters. Basically, Skype should not have been the number one source, because if we get to learn, Mars Girl did not like Skype. She did not like using Skype. She's not a fan of Skype whatsoever. So, and the fact that she was forced to use software that was inconvenient to her for this is not good. They should have had more procedures for communicating with their producers. So again, like, this is just part of the mismanagement of the site in general.
Yeah, that's just poor management right there. So,
yeah. The group were told. So basically, the group were told to talk to Mashard, Rob, and Holly. When Holly was fired, there was just two. Mike was so against being involved with all doing anything, he eventually became silent CEO, which meant it was just Rob, who also didn't want the job. God. Anytime we came to him with complaints, he would call us children behind our backs. Well, congratulations, Rob. Which is sad, because I generally like Rob's personality on screen, but again, I'm so sick of finding out people I like are assholes. This has been a pattern for the past couple of years, and it's really starting to piss me off.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I feel sorry for the victims, and the victims matter more than my fifis. But it still sucks.
Yeah, it
really sucks.
Yeah, it's hard to really joke about this kind of thing. I know I've been kind of giggling a little bit at some of the jokes we're making, but it's really hard to find this kind of situation funny.
Yeah, it's like, if I do make jokes, it's at the expense of Mike Machard.
Not the women, but
yeah. Yeah, just Yeah, so Rob's an arsehole. Doug is not considered anything but talent, yet frequently is part of business calls and the like, including ones highlighted here. He is also occasionally part of company decisions. He is more involved with business than he likes to let on, and also involved as a human being in the face of the company. So, that's one thing. They were so unaware of anything going on the site that Rob thought someone asking for an interview was a producer. Lovely.
Yeah.
Communication was the worst. They would never tell us anything. It was like pulling teeth to get answers from anyone. Frequently, we would find out things after the fact and have to come to them to find out what was happening. See, just communication was absolutely fucking disastrous. Absolutely. Like, this is absolute bullshit. Yeah. Before anyone asks why we're doing this, it's mostly just to spread the word.
Yeah, I know. There's like plenty of other videos, but Like I just want I just kind of felt like giving my thoughts out on this because like it's just
Mm.
it's just a horrible thing to hear.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing and it's disappointing and like the more the word can be spread, the more Channel Awesome can learn.
Yeah.
I kind of hope they're losing subs right now because they need a kick in the ass.
Yeah.
So they need something because that apology they made.
We'll get to that when we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so communication was blistered thumbs. Yeah, blistered thumbs. Producers were never told the site was shutting down. They found out that when they saw the announcement on the front page. Several producers were let go without being informed. Jesus fucking Christ. Does anyone remember Blistered Thumbs? I remember going there occasionally for Angry Joe videos, but that's about it.
I barely remember anything about that site. I didn't even know it existed until recently, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I knew what Blistered Thumbs was, and because the plan was to basically have Channel Awesome be like a satellite site and they would be sites for movies and games and comics. Because we'll get to it. We'll talk more about once we get to the Linkara section of it. But if anyone is a fan of Linkara, remember the Inked Reality bumper at the end of his videos? That was supposed to be a site like Blistered Thumbs, but for like comics and manga and novels and stuff like that. Nothing ever happened with it. Site never existed. So, yeah, I always wondered what the fuck Inked Reality was when I was watching Linkara's videos. I was like, what is Inked? I tried Googling it once, I think, and I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. There was no Inked Reality website.
Nope.
That was absolutely pathetic. Ugh. Because Inked Reality sounded cool. I was like, oh, okay. I like Linkara's comic reviews. I might be interested in someone that does manga or novels. Never came around. Nothing ever happened. Okay, all delayed and missing videos must be reported to Holly Brown by 5 p.m. before their due date. All company policies laid out in this link. Coming soon. Wow. One of that ever go. All questions regarding company policy should be addressed to Robert Walker. Any concerns or issues that with the company can be addressed with Holly Brown, Robert Walker, or in emergency situations, Mike Machard. At a later point in time, when I was creating radar reviews, I randomly told I need to ask permission to do news shows, to do new shows. They had a rule in place for events such as filming a new show with your friend as the host, for example, but not anything like what I was doing. So I asked Robert for permission, and he seemed to have no idea why I'm asking. Wow. Years later, Phelan is astounded to find out that this list exists, because no one who came onto the site before me got these rules or were told about them.
Oops.
Jesus Christ, not a lot of people knew about some of these rules. Oh God.
This is just sad.
This is pathetic, is what it is. It's downright fucking pathetic. And it's just like this is going to be one of the worst run companies. I'm using companies as quotation marks, by the way. Companies I've ever seen. Like letting go of creators, treating them like shit. This is no different from to use what Pie Guy Rules said when he commented on it. This is no different from how Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network are being handled right now.
Yeah.
We're only caring about the main talent, aka SpongeBob and Teen Titans Go. Not communicating with other creators, like with Harvey Beaks on Nickelodeon, and I believe Steven Universe and Adventure Time and regular show on Cartoon Network. This is a lot like our Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it's like they get. This site is this site only cares about Doug Walker.
Which, again, like I said, I enjoy Doug a lot, but I went to get that guy at the glasses when that was the main site. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wow. When that was the site, and I would watch more than just the Nostalgia Critic. I remember having feeds for Linkara, feeds for Phaelus and for Todd and stuff like that, because like I used to use like those RAR feeds, and that's how I'd get like stuff for like History of Power Rangers and stuff like that. Like I remember once when I was with a friend, Linkara, like I checked my feed and it said History of Power Rangers, Ninja Storm, and I was like, yee! So yeah, that was a fun time. Yeah, Channel also has a lot of little good memories for me, which, so, again, it's just, ugh.
Right. The rules were arbitrarily enforced, and usually if they wanted to excuse to get an excuse to get rid of someone anyway. At one point, they sent a written
reprimand.
Welshie.
I love Welshie.
At one point, they sent a written reprimand to Welshie that was meant for Sad Panda, because they couldn't tell the difference between them. Wow.
How? Welshie had a beanie and long hair and large aviator glasses. All these the Sad Panda, like he was always in a Matt Smith cosplay for his videos, and it was French. Welshie's Welsh. Sad Panda is French. How dumb are you?
God, this. Oh boy, this is a
like,
fun.
Like not only are they dumb, but this shows lack of respect. You can't even tell the bloody difference between a couple of your creators. Welshie and the only similarity between Welshie and Sad Panda is that they have like a similar, like, very elongated facial structure, but that's about it.
Yeah.
They're both skinny twigs. That's about it. Like, but one has long hair, has a beanie, has glasses and a beard. And then, like, Sad Panda, he has a beard too, but he had very short, like, doofy looking hair, and he was always wearing a Matt Smith cosplay.
Right. Okay.
I don't think I ever watched anything from Sad Panda. I don't. What did Sad Panda do?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Okay. Phelan received a reprimand for tweeting a joke making fun of the demo reel twist by saying he was going to reveal Phaelus was Sub-Zero the whole time. He told to apologize to Doug personally.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Get over it, you fucking baby.
It's just Doug. I don't know if... Did Doug complain about it, or was this Rob? Like, because if it was Doug, grow a pair.
You're what? In your late 30s?
He's in his 30s now.
Yeah, what? God.
Absolutely embarrassing.
God. Okay, Doug knew tech-wise to the point of endless frustration. He didn't know
Doug knew nothing tech-wise at the point of endless frustration.
Doug knew nothing tech-wise. I'm sorry, I skipped a word there. Doug knew nothing tech-wise to the point of endless frustration. He didn't know how to record commentaries. He would just have people in Chicago sit close to the camera and record it on the onboard mic. When he had to record,
so basically, they huddled around their video camera and just used the microphone on the camera.
Ah, okay. Wow. When he had to record the Moulin Rouge commentary over Skype, he asked me to sit in and record it. I was not part of the Moulin Rouge crossover. He just wanted me to press record and sit there. Phelan called him up and explained step by step how to use MP3's Skype recorder, which requires a simple press of a button to use. He ended up calling Nash and having him record it. Oh boy.
Doug, are you bloody 40 or something? Like, okay. Fucking seriously, okay. Okay, I know not everyone is a techie, and you don't have to be, but is it that hard to download software, install software, press play?
It's like
a baby can do that.
I'm not the brightest bulb in the socket, but I'm pretty sure it's like something this simple would be easy.
It was easy for me. It's easy for Riley here. Like we've been recording podcasts for years.
Yeah.
So we know how to record them, and like even when I was first learning how to, I literally just Googled how do you do this?
Yeah.
And I learned how to. It was stupid easy. God.
Okay. During my early days on the site, we would have to fight to get slots for the day, but especially during the holidays. Doug proceeded to hog the slots with his lazy Disney December vlogs.
Okay, I like Disney's number, but still,
Yeah.
that's
That's
how the bloody hell so they had certain time slots for Channel Wars. Okay, that makes sense, but like, why would you because I'm trying to remember how that guy with the glasses handled Disney's number because I remember, like, at least during the first time he did Disney, but I think he released 3 videos a day or 1 video a day, and then 3 days later, that guy with the glasses would embed them on the site. So that would be 3 slots, or that would be 3 slots daily. So basically, those were I don't know how many slots channels had. I'm guessing they had like 10 and 20 slots a day. So that's 20 slots, and you have around 30 to 40 producers on the site that want to get out videos during Christmas, because Christmas is a money making period of the year, and you just don't let them. You hog them up with Disney December. Oh god, that is ugh.
They considered conversations a waste of time despite their contradictory belief that they should do all their advertising locally. They hated that we went to MagFest because of a bad experience Doug had there once, despite the fact that we all paid to go there on our own dimes.
Just is Doug's sounds like a bloody baby. He does. He really does. Jesus fucking.
Yeah, it's like my respect just keeps dying every time I read this.
Yeah. You want me to continue reading now? Because we don't have to mention every point.
Yeah,
we'll just skip.
Okay,
because again, this is 69 pages. We'd be here for 5 hours if we talk about everything on here.
Okay, I'm just gonna read these last 2 paragraphs. So.
Oh no! I'll read. I'll check some of these. I'll just skim past them.
Yeah, we'll just skim past. Actually, yeah, let's just skim past these.
Okay, this is important. They never wanted to pay anyone. One of the DVDs they had a cover contest for fans when they asked for a Drew Sturgeon style album for $100. If you don't know anything about that style, that's like a photorealistic art style, and you're getting paid $100 for it.
Wow.
They were shamed into upping their price to. They were shamed into upping their price to $300. Skitch did the soundtrack for the anniversary movies for next to nothing, and Mashad was furious when he tried to sell in the music because he was under the belief it belonged to them. So basically, they never wanted to but so that explains why they never paid anyone, because they didn't want to pay anyone. At all. They just said, this is my money, it's all mine, and you can't have it. No, my money, I don't care how much effort you put into all your stuff. I don't care about all that stuff. The money's mine. It's mine. It's my money. It's mine. Bloody hell, what children.
Okay.
Every decision felt self-motivated on character was unproduced. It was a Doug show. Yeah, we already talked about that. The pop quiz hot shot Indiegogo. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So, the channel has a really bad legacy, has a really bad history with crowdfunding projects.
Yeah.
And this one is a big example. Okay, so there was a pop quiz hot shot, like a retro pop culture challenge thing that they
did.
they were doing.
And it wasn't fun. I did not laugh at that at all.
And like I didn't watch that, but I saw footage from it, and like Brad, who is usually one of the most charismatic people on the bloody site, he looked like he just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
It was forced charisma, which is so sad because I love Brad. Yeah. He's one of the funniest and most charming people on the site, and you just suck all the fun out of him.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, for 40-something episodes, well, they promised 40-something episodes about it. They only did like 20 or 30. CA films at least a dozen versions of the pilot and test episodes. Some of them include the same questions and contestants, is not just more. The refilming is due to the studio not being sound. Because of this, they filmed the Star Trek episodes in the office where it is smaller and there's less echo. So they basically made this thing up, and they basically compromised their main fucking thing for it. They tried to rig the questions so the contestants would... rigging! Brilliant. Brilliant. Just like the smart... They but accidentally switched the card so it went in Doug... So they rigged it, but accidentally switched the card so Doug won.
Wow.
Doug splits the prize. A $100 gift card. A gift
card. I'm sorry, gift cards are like the shittiest prize you can get from something like this.
Yeah, like it's fine for like a surprise or like a small birthday present.
Yeah, but like,
but a fucking game, but a game show?
No.
Yeah. So you just won a brand new gift card. Yay!
Yeah, a gift card I can spend at like this one one convenience store, like this one thing owned by this company. It's
it's okay. They had to be told to have prizes by. They tried to so they had to be told to have prizes by Holly. So Holly had to tell them. By the way, Holly is the most caring and the most considerate and the most competent of them, but she was unfortunately consistently screwed over by the higher ups.
Yeah.
So like this poor woman.
And the next paragraph says like the show was Mashad's idea and no one else wanted to do it.
Why? Like, why was this necessary?
Why?
Like, people go to Channel Awesome for reviews, not game shows. If people want game shows, they'll watch The Price is Right.
Yeah.
The Indiegogo rewards were 6+ months late. So if you spent like $50 on there, you got them super duper late by the point you didn't give a shit anymore.
Oops.
March 2015, a year and a half since the show was promised, after Indiegogo threatens it, because Indiegogo was going to investigate it. Michelle forces Doug and Rob to release the first episode of Pop Quiz Hotshot, which they are all embarrassed about.
Yeah, that.
God, this is a fucking disaster. This is. Yeah, after 12 episodes, the show... So, they only did 12 episodes of this. I thought it was 20. No, 12 of the 20 to 30 episodes they promised. Or was it 60? They promised, 40-something episodes. And I only got 12 of them.
Yeah. Awesome Comics begins production using the old game show set in March of 2016 and ends March 2017.
The Gaming Gauntlet never was made.
Yeah.
I never watched Awesome Comics. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't care.
Alright, the anniversaries. Now, okay, so this is the part that hurt me a lot because I actually really, really enjoyed the anniversary specials, mostly Kickassia. I think that was my favorite was the Bourbon Nights being and Kickassia was fun. Suburban Nights was okay. It had some good moments in my personal opinion, but The Boldly Flee was just it was really boring.
Yeah.
So it wasn't very. The only funny part was like the part that I found funny was like I think Film Brain was in this weird dreamscape and then Spoonie comes out nothing but like a card piece and a wig, and Film being disgusted by it. That was like the funniest part.
Yeah.
But it was mostly just Spoonie just thinking,
Yeah, it's also kind of sad to hear because like when you look at these like when you look at some of the behind the scenes videos, they look like they're all having fun.
Yeah, but yeah, just okay, yeah. CA pay. So they paid for travel and lodging meals when they were doing films. Otherwise, so they at least paid for a few stuff, but mostly they were all on their own. They had to be told that they were told to bring water. They couldn't even buy their own. They couldn't even supply water for the site. They had to They had to buy their own water bottles. We were not paid there, nor did they make any revenue from the DVDs. Oh. It all went to Doug and I don't know if it went to Doug, but it went to the higher ups. Yeah. But they were paid in exposure, which means jack all. And we'll get to why. When we pointed out that exposure didn't mean anything after the first time, we were told we didn't have to go to them. Mike in particular liked to state how great it was that they embedded, not hosted our videos, and never asked for a cut of our revenue. Traffic on that Guardians of the Galaxy CA generated by other producers gave them ad revenue, so it would be ridiculous to ask for a cut of the money on our videos. I don't know about that bottom part. I don't know if I should be mad or happy. I can't really tell. I'm kind of dumb. So, yeah. I don't really know much about revenue and stuff like that. So, just letting you know, I am not a business person. I'm not a business person, but I know mismanagement when I say mismanagement, like just simply organization and stuff like that. This wasn't the only thing they asked us to sign contracts for, which covered... So, the only thing they asked us to sign for were basically, like, injury liability and stuff like that. The contract also said that any crossovers we filmed during the production would go to them to help recoup. So, basically, if they made crossovers during the period of time that they were filming these, they would have to give the crossover to the site, and they would not make money off the crossovers. The site would make money from the crossovers. You getting tired, man?
I'm fine.
Okay. No, because remember, this was your idea. Okay, yeah. So this was the only thing that, yeah. So they basically like, how do I say this? Any injuries, they were forced to sign things and basically say, if you injure yourself, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this is what pissed me off the most. And the more I think about it, it makes so much sense. I always wondered why, like, Linkara and Phaelus and Todd would not act like themselves during these anniversaries. Now I know why. Doug's style of directing is to tell us to do it more like he did. If we pointed out we wouldn't deliver a line, he'd tell us, we'll try it both ways, so he could use the take of us doing it his way. We'll try it both ways, become a running joke. So, and also another thing, Doug didn't watch any of their content. Doug didn't know how Looper acted, how Lindsay acted, how Lewis acted. He knew nothing about it. Yeah. He basically wrote the entire... Him and Rob wrote the script, thought it was the funniest thing known to man, and thought that they'd just be okay with it. When, no... Which the critics on the site, they're not all Looney Tunes characters. They're not all Daffy Duck. Yeah. I know Doug's inspiration for the nostalgia critic was Daffy Duck, which is fine. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. Like, this is Doug has made me laugh before, so I don't care.
This is kind of like the same problem with like the Tyson movies, like the Super Tyson movies. No one acts like themselves.
Yeah, it's like it's written by a person that doesn't give a shit about the continuity or how people acted. Yeah, this is like the Tyson movies. My bloody god. So yeah, and again, like Doug just made him do it because Doug didn't care. Like he just Because the thing about it is that now Doug's philosophy is that comedy comes from misery. Like, something bad has to happen to them for it to be funny. Which, while yes, humor does work that way, not observational. What's miserable? What's miserable about observational humor? I'm trying to think of like George Carlin, like when he was making fun of like stupid words and stuff like that.
Yeah,
What's miserable about that? He's just saying this is fucking stupid.
yeah.
So don't get me wrong, I get the philosophy, but he applied that to everything he did that he thought was funny. When, like Linkaro's source of humor is very much sarcasm, dry humor, and just witty banter. Like Lewis's humor is very much like MST3K. And he's very sarcastic. Doug's not sarcastic. He's very loud and shrill and gets shocked and angry and stuff like that. Lewis doesn't really get... Linkara gets mad in these videos, but it's a lot of, like, again, sarcasm. And Phaelus, his whole thing that he was extremely meta. Like, everything to him was like, oh my god, we're doing this today, aren't we? Now, yeah, this is fantastic. So that was his kind of humor.
Yeah, this kind of does share this does share the same problems, like, not just like the Tyson movies, but just other Toku crossovers that have come out recently. They're being written by people who don't know anything about their source material.
Yeah, and because like I heard some behind the scenes stuff from the Top the Fourth Wall movie, and one of the good things it was that Lewis watches his friends' content. He knows how the Cinema Snob acts. He knows how Marsgirl's character acts. He knows how Lupus' character acts. So he wrote them to how he thought they would act it, and from what I've heard, they were completely okay with everything.
Yeah.
They were fine with it. Nothing bugged them.
Yeah,
because Lewis gave a shit. Doug did not. Yeah. It was his way or the highway.
Yeah. It also apparently it was embarrassing when they were filming in the park when they were doing Suburban Nights, and Doug would start giving directions to passerbys and like they were part of the production.
That does sound pretty. That sounds pretty cringy.
Yeah, it's like it's. Actually, I did go back and rewatch the behind the scenes video for that video. It's like where Lindsay does mention like Doug should have gotten a permit for when they were filming in the park. Which, yeah, that's something you should do when you're doing something.
Yeah, like it's kind of hilarious because because Doug seems to want to be a filmmaker, but when I look at like James Rolfe, like he knew this, like, and because when he was doing the Angry Video Game movie, now I like the Angry Video Game movie just fine. I thought it was funny and had some good moments, but James learned a lot, like, about like permits, and
this kind of thing is not a big deal if you're like a small like camera, if you're just a small crew like me, for example. Like, I'm just a one-man camera crew in most of my videos.
Yeah, like, do you need a permit to film out does anyone complain when you film out like that giant area that you usually do, like for like the Snail and the Savage?
No, like, really, like, the only time the only thing that happened during those moments is like during the Butch the Bully sketch. I was just, like, they were only just two people they were just like this couple with their kids. They were just staring at me like, what the fuck is even going on?
Yeah,
that's about it. Right?
I'm filming your YouTube video. Don't worry, it's not weird.
Yeah, but other than that, like, no one has ever like come up to me and said, you can't film here, get a permit or something, or we're gonna call the police.
Yeah, like, and if you couldn't film somewhere, you'd just find somewhere else, right?
Yeah, I am smart enough for this. Even if I got like a big crew, I would find a way to get a permit. It doesn't really cost that much anyway, so.
Oh, really? Okay, well,
I
that's
don't think so.
good.
I could be wrong on that statement.
Yeah, because like, um, I because remember that James because like during like the videos that he was making to like to lead up to like the progress of the AVGN movie, he had to sign a permit to film a tree, just a tree. And it's just that's just funny to me. He had to get a permit to film just one fucking tree. Well, but then he was filming in California, and I guess California is very strict with. Well, that's where Hollywood is, so I don't really know. But to me, that was pretty damn ridiculous. You have to get a permit to film a fucking tree. Like, seriously, but whatever. Um, yeah. When it came to Kikassia, as it was done with Kikassia, they only had one cameraman with Rob at the helm. This is a larger production with two teams, so Lindsay and Ed have a closed door meeting with them to convince him to use more than one camera. They borrowed Todd's, it was the same model on one of my SD cards. Ed, who was there to play a cloak, is recruited to cameraman, and Liz, Lewis's guest, is asked to play a cloak. Okay. Because of this, she never signed a contract. When filming a stunt of Orlando, her knee is ow, ow,
Ooh,
ow,
bashed
and
in.
and they cause her into signing a contract that says they aren't liable. She doesn't want to do it because it would give them ownership of whatever she filmed there. Yeah, I don't blame her. This is Iron Liz, by the way, Linkar's ex-girlfriend, and I follow her current YouTube channel. I follow her on Twitter. She's really damn cool, by the way, so she's really funny. I love Liz. I never watched her tabletop reviews, but just I like her a lot.
But
So
yeah, this whole thing is just basically a bunch of behind the scenes issues from like not getting permits and not having a craft services table for when they got hungry.
yeah, the weather was cold, and some people like Ben had very flimsy costumes during that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so and to boldly flee, had a lot, a lot of stuff like. Yeah, Silver sexist and mean. I don't really know if I call it sexist, but then again, Leaper. So scenes they were recording over. Oh yeah, Doug. Apparently, Doug plagiarizes. He just steals lines from film sometimes. So yeah, if you feel bad for stealing jokes from from Doug, don't feel bad. He does it too.
Yeah, it's like, look, at least I'm aware, okay?
Yeah, like you're aware, and you joke a lot about you doing that, and you don't do it nearly as much as you used to.
Yeah, not anymore, anyways. But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
kind of like I'm done. So yeah,
Yeah, like I just something I just something okay something I thought of that when this came out is that do you plan on trying to evolve your humor past, you know, the nostalgia critic kind of humor with rage and yelling and stuff like that?
no, at least
You don't plan to evolve it?
uh, I I will try, but I don't know.
But that's the way you like to write stuff,
Yeah,
though, don't you?
that's just how I like to write stuff.
Yeah. Well, you'll become better as time goes on.
I hope I do because I want to make a career out of what I do on YouTube, and or you know, if YouTube even stays around for long. I don't know.
Yeah. Lupin never received a To Boldly Flee DVD. Never did many fans who bought them because they messed up the orders that were never fixed. Yeah, the crossovers to recoup costs were not required. Yeah, okay, Machado and Dark tried to guilt them into making crossovers that cost the effects. Phelan was half of the effects team. Like, Phelan does a lot of special effects, and he's really good at them. So they make him do half of them.
That was cool.
Okay, the scripts weren't given out until the 11th hour because Doug and Rob were fighting over it the whole time. We barely had time to read it, and most people didn't. Wow, just Doug. Okay, so Doug and Rob are toddlers. That's official.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Not one was informed that Doug was killing. Oh yeah, no one was informed that Doug was killing it because if you remember, Nostalgia Critic was supposed to end.
Yeah.
And he did end, so Doug could do demo reel. But no one knew. No one knew Doug was doing this. Yeah, Todd and Lupa found it early because Doug called us to ask if they could conclude the love triangle storyline we'd set up in our videos and then mentioned it offhandedly. So Doug just told them to stop it. Like, he told them that they could cancel off like that storyline that they set up, which I don't really know why. I mean, I found it kind of funny, and especially when it came to like Lindsay's character wanting to bang Todd. I thought that was pretty funny. She's just like, you're so mysterious. You're so mysterious.
So no one even heard about this until you know.
Oh yeah, and there was a scene, I remember this, and I never got the gist that this was supposed to be like a rape joke or something like this, but there was a scene in the script where it implies that Mekakara is raping Lindsay off screen, and she and Lewis had to fight Doug with them on set to say that they wouldn't do it as scripted. It's still in the movie, but slightly different. Doug did not understand that it came off as offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't find stuff like that offensive, but that does seem really tacky. Like, is that the joke? Like, I don't know what was the joke supposed to be. I don't even really know.
All right, let's. Should we continue on with this, or
like with what, this podcast, or what do you want to do?
Let's actually just get to the apology letter that was recently released. Actually,
yeah. Okay. So we're sorry. I thought it was going to be a lot longer, but I guess not. But basically, if you want more details, read document. But I hope what we told you gave you just a taste of the kind of crap that happened.
Yeah. I'm sorry. This went along a little longer than promised. I was not expecting to go on this long. Okay. Recently, Channel Awesome posted an apology letter regarding what has happened recently, and much like Daddy 05's apology video, it's complete horseshit.
Yeah, it's very much a non-apology.
Yeah. Let me just read. We wanted to take a moment to clear the air and acknowledge some of the recent public concerns raised by content creators previously associated with Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome is an organization that respects our producer partners and strives to create the best possible environment for everyone.
Sure.
Yeah,
Did you read the document?
We welcome a diverse community of people joining together to create great videos for the people who have
diversity. They use that golden word. Yeah.
For the people who have spoken out about past instances that they have deemed hurtful or unprofessional, we sincerely regret you felt that way.
We sincerely regret you feel that way. That's not an apology. That's just saying we're sorry you felt hurt. We're sorry about your fifis.
I understand how everyone feels. Yeah.
Sure you do. Like, that's such a pathetic apology. Like Logan Paul would look at this apology and go, ha.
Our priority has always been to help content partners succeed and provide people a vehicle to follow their dreams. When the need arose, we have distanced ourselves from the people who were practically callous, letting go of significant skateholders. Sorry, skateholders in the interest of keeping our mission at the forefront.
Our mission.
Our mission.
Mm.
We appreciate and hear the frustrations of past producers. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You're just covering your asses.
We're actively taking internal steps to better improve communication with our producers so they can be focused on putting out their great content. And we're open to constructive criticism.
Yeah, you're funny
yeah.
because if you actually read the document, Doug doesn't really like that.
Yeah. The kind that can help us become even better and serve the needs of our community. But criticism that isn't a means to be a productive and ends sorry and does okay, but criticism that isn't a means to be a productive and does little for either the party criticizing or those who are in the line of fire.
Mm.
Our focus now is moving forward with the wonderful team we have and all of our dedicated followers, which are most likely are currently losing.
Which we are losing. You lost me, so yeah.
I'm one of those people too.
Yeah, like I unsubscribed from the channel. I got rid of the bloody feed. If I see the Facebook page, I'll link it. If I see the Twitter, I'll unfollow it. But basically, I'm just done. Like until Doug says something. If he does, I hope he does. Doug has got to say something.
Yeah.
He just has to. He can't pretend this is not happening, because there's a lot of buzz going on about this, so he can't ignore it. Especially with this document, just he can't ignore this.
We want to make our collective future the best it possibly can be. We thank our content creators, team, and fans for truly making our channel awesome. Here's to creating something even better in the future.
So to want to make our channel awesome, doesn't that just make you cringe? We want to continue to make our channel awesome. I got inspired by Tenkichi Takari for how I write my fancy speeches. Jesus fucking Christ! Who talks like that?
Oh boy. Okay, I'm sorry. This went on longer than expected, but overall, this whole situation has just been fucking messy in so many ways. From Doug and Rob and Mike just being complete and total assholes to all the behind the scenes drama that happened.
Just Doug seems really egocentric because what I keep hearing is that Doug seems to have a very high opinion of the shit he produces,
which it's not there's nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself, but don't let it take over your life.
Like, confidence is great, but there's a difference between knowing you can do something and constantly sucking your cock because you can do something.
Yeah, this is the latter.
Yeah, it's he's sucking himself off. Yeah, it's gross.
But yeah, that's our opinion on the situation. I'm sorry this took long. We went on longer than expected, but there's just we just had so much to read. I will link the document in the description. You can check it out for yourself. Spread the word about this, and hopefully we can get through to them.
Yeah, like and hopefully look. If you guys still want to be fans of Doug, go ahead. We're not stopping you. Like, if you can separate the nostalgia critic from Doug as a person, good on you. But honestly, I can't. Right now, I cannot. And honestly, even if Doug does clean up his act, I don't really have any particular desire to watch anymore and see anyway. So,
Yeah, but
if he does a movie I really like or I'm attached to something like that, I will watch it. But other than that, I'm just done. I don't care anymore.
yeah, it's like honestly, my favorite. Honestly, like my favorite critic now is just has just been taken over by like Cat Icarus. He's great.
And my favorite reviewer for a very long time has been Some Call Me Johnny.
Yeah.
Like my favorite Channel Awesome producer, which Todd left very recently, was Todd in the Shadows, and he's still one of my favorites. I think Todd's hilarious.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my favorite reviewer in general, that's Some Call Me Johnny.
Yeah.
He's chill. I love his critique, and he's really funny. When Johnny's funny, he's hilarious, and I love him on Brain Scratch, and I love SGB.
Yeah. But that's all we really have to say on the matter. I'm Ryeguy.
I'm a faggot.
Yeah, and spread the word about this. Get through to them. That's all we really have to say on the matter. And I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll